Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we're going to talk about Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi?
Shang-Chi.
Yes.
Yeah. See, the trailer corrected us.
That's right.
Shang-Chi.
We're talking about Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi.
Okay, go ahead. Anyway.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about Shang-Chi. I want to call him Shang-Chi now because
you keep saying Sean. It's Sean.
Because Marvel's Katie called him Shang-Chi. Like your name is
Yeah,
Shang-Chi?
that was funny. He's like, no, it's Shang. Anyway, continue.
Anyway, yeah, so it looks like Shang-Chi is absolutely going to be an experiment for Disney. Remember how we're not an experiment? Yeah, you totally are an experiment. Because if it doesn't do well, the word on the street is Disney might just dump the Eternals onto Disney Premier Access, Disney Plus Premier Access, and call it a day. I mean, it already feels like they're sort of willing to take the L on these two movies, and they'll just blame the Delta variant. They'll just be like, yeah, people didn't go to theaters. Oh well.
Well, yeah, they said that they'd have till September to figure out if they want to make a course correction on the Eternals because it's November 5th.
Course correction. Is that what we're calling it?
Yeah.
Is that what we're calling it?
Because it's heading for that iceberg, and they have until September to change it from hitting the iceberg on November 5th. So we'll probably know here within the next couple weeks what's going on with that.
Yeah, so we'll talk about that because this is probably the most boring looking Marvel movie ever.
It does look boring. I'm sorry. It looks really. I don't care. I really just don't care.
Yeah, this is just like people on the beach in super suits.
It's piss.
It's piss.
Piss is more interesting though.
Yeah, so we need to do a comic called Piss.
But we're doing Cake Bitch yet. Too,
Cake Bitch, and then they're gonna team up.
I can think of piss sounds like hiss. Like it's a piss tank.
Bitch and piss.
Anyway.
Cake Bitch and the.
Okay. You just want to say bad words. That's my job. So just move on.
Anyway. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. Over 232,000 subs.
Woohoo!
Thank you so much for the support. We do talk about comics, talk about comic book movies, talk about pop culture, Disney, whatever interests us that day. So we're have a wide variety of topics. Mostly we make fun of stupid decisions being made in pop culture.
Hey, I want to predict something. I'm predicting there will be a bunch of bullshit over boob armor. Because I'm seeing it in several of these characters, and I'm waiting. How dare they?
Oh my God.
Because look, see? We have boob armor, and there's boob armor, and then it's really here on Angelina Jolie has boob armor. And, so I'm just like, how long until we start hearing about that?
Yeah. That probably will be problematic. I don't know. I think
we'll see, but I'm betting.
It depends on what the most problematic thing is, because you notice they leave movies alone if they have a shield. Like, well, the boob armor was problematic, but there were an awful lot of brown people and gay people, so we'll give this one a pass.
We'll let that go.
We'll let it go. We'll let it slide. Before we talk about the Eternals and the relative lack of buzz, SpiderMan has become a vacuum. Like, all of the buzz around Marvel at this point is actually around a Sony-produced movie.
Yes, and Disney has to be crapping themselves because everybody wants to see Spider-Man.
Did they do this intentionally? Because
probably.
They're probably like, oh, you're talking about Shang-Chi and you're talking about the Eternals. Hey, we got Spider-Man. We're going to get a whole bunch of Spider-Man.
Aren't you cute? Let's show you what a real superhero movie looks like.
Yeah, let's bust out Doc Ock. And this feels like Sony's first step to emancipating Spider-Man away from the MCU. Because they could do it very easily now. Because remember, they were going to cut ties with Marvel. They were going to either take Tom Holland or reboot again, but they were going to pull Spider-Man out of the MCU. Then there's a last-minute deal. And it feels to me like they're like, well, we got the multiverse now, so if we got to drop Peter Parker in another universe that doesn't have the MCU characters, we can do it.
Well, it's funny because I'm wondering if they're going to be suddenly another deal. Because Tom Holland was basically saying that he isn't supposed to be doing another movie. He wasn't contracted for another movie as of yet. But Disney's got to be seeing this like, oh my God, it brings her. They're putting out press releases if a video got like a tiny fraction of this. So like, oh my God, it's the most liked video trailer during the pandemic. And then here comes Spider-Man. And it's like the most liked ever.
Yeah, I mean,
They're most viewed. Most viewed.
All-time views record. This is insane. So the previous 24-hour record came for Avengers Endgame. So that was 289 million views over the course of a day. No Way Home hit 355 million in 24 hours.
Dang.
The Eternals did not do that well.
No. I think the last one when I checked, it was a few days afterwards. It was at like 15 million.
Well, we were saying in the previous Spider-Man video that if anything is going to be, especially if they're bringing, as rumors, bringing the other two Sony Spider-Men into it and getting the Sinister Six together, that this could actually be an Endgame level event movie.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't think, given the box office situation, pandemic, it's going to do those kinds of numbers.
I don't know. People really want to see this movie.
But I mean, I'm cautiously optimistic. So far, I do like what Sony's doing. I like the first Venom movie. I definitely want to see the second Venom movie.
I'm liking it. I want to see it. I want to see it because I want to see they put Daredevil on it. I'm only saying that because it annoys him and it's
Charlie
funny.
Cox. No, we saw his hairy arms. Everybody said that's definitely Charlie
Well, it's the same
Cox's
outfit. I don't know. I don't know his hairy arms that well, but
I'm glad.
Yeah, but I mean, I want to see this movie. It looks really good. I think it's not Eternals, Spider-Man, obviously. I wouldn't mind seeing Shang-Chi. I give it a chance. Eternals, I have zero interest for. Yeah. And they keep trying to drum up this narrative that, oh my gosh, everybody wants to see Eternals. I'm not seeing where. I'd like to know where, because if we see what happened with Spider-Man and all the buzz around it and everybody going nuts on Twitter, and you put Eternals out and people are like,
Yeah, I mean, definitely Spider-Man has sucked all the air out of the room, all the oxygen out of the room. So it's coming from Comic Book Resources. They got it from a bit in Vulture talking about pushing back movies again. People are wondering if that's going to happen.
Yeah, and I'm hearing that too.
I just get the feeling with Shang-Chi, they're just gonna put it out there and be like, we'll take the
Well,
L.
they can't undo it now.
Yeah.
I mean, they would have had to make those steps before, but they can, from what I've heard, they can change Eternals if need be.
Yeah, so they said, according to Vulture, the fate of Eternals depends on Shang-Chi. They said that if it underperforms when it opens on September 3rd, Eternals could move to later in 2021 or beyond. I think they'll probably just dump it on digital and call it a day.
Unless they're going to have more contracts. They have how many actors in that one? If they have the same thing they have to deal with Scarlett Johansson, they might just push it back till they get theatrical because they're too afraid of the backlash.
How many Eternals does it take to get people as invested as one Spider-Man? I wonder. That's like, what is there, like 15 of them? God.
Like 10 or something?
A few months ago, Marvel was expecting big numbers for Shang-Chi, similar to Black Widow's 80 million domestic debut. However, with the spread of COVID, a COVID variant Delta, we're going to blame everything on Delta.
Yes, now it's Delta variant.
Consumer confidence in theaters has fallen, leading to a lower than expected gross for Suicide Squad. No, see, because on the other hand, Free Guy has defied expectations.
I was saying, Free Guy's kicking ass.
So people will go see movies they're actually interested in, but you have to give them a damn good reason to go to the theater. Mm-hmm. People aren't just going to the theater just because it's a new movie.
Not anymore.
No, and Quiet Place brought people out because people were really looking forward to it, and Free Guy looked entertaining. Suicide Squad had a lot of problems. People have actually said it's good. I'll have to make time to watch it, but the thing is that, it was a sequel to a movie that was not well received. A lot of people thought it was probably the same movie re-released. It was coming on after, Birds of Prey, which didn't do well and had Harley Quinn in it, and people are just, whatever, we don't care.
Yeah, and I think, too, that moving forward, we might have some issues with the box office because now everybody's freaking out again. Like, for the longest time, like, oh, it's fine. Yeah. I'm not going to get into it too much, but if you follow the media, there's a lot of freak out articles now. So about, variants and such. So I think people are going to stay away for that reason, too.
Yeah. It's going to be really interesting. I think people will risk it for Spider-Man, but they're not.
They'll risk it for Spider-Man.
They'll risk it for Spider-Man, but they're not. If you get a chance to see one movie this year, I'll probably be like, well, I'm going to go buy a Spider-Man mask. We're going to wear it to the theater.
I kind of want to see Afterlife, too, though.
Yeah, Afterlife looks pretty good, too. Sounds pretty good. People said it was pretty good. We'll see.
Yeah, but, they said that before.
And that's Sony. That's another. What is it with Sony? So Sony is scrubbing out with the PlayStation. I think they're censoring stuff, whatever, the video game division, but their movies that they're coming out give me the most hope, you know, of any of the movies I've seen on the schedule so far. Anyway, this is coming from Box Office Pro, and if you scroll down here, they said the long-range forecast is not good. So these are not numbers we're pulling out of thin air. Let's see here. Here we go. Yeah, Shang-Chi, 35 to 55 million.
Opening or long-term?
Long-term, 100 to 165 million. I don't even think it's going to recoup costs at that point. Total domestic, yeah, it's not good.
I think that's not great, but you know, hey.
I thought Paw Patrol would do better. Paw Patrol's didn't do very well. I guess Free Guy definitely destroyed Paw Patrol. Anyway, yeah, they were saying, hey, it's going to do really, really good. They said some more optimistic analysts say it can reach $60 million.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Yeah, so this is the first one they haven't dumped on Disney Plus also?
I think so.
So,
only in theaters. Then it's a 45-day window. Again, it's an experiment. Absolutely an experiment, because they're going to see what happens. And, you know, I got to wonder if it does not perform as well as I expected, if they won't speed that up a little bit. Well, that might be in his contract, though.
Who knows?
Hopefully he got a better contract than Scarjo.
I doubt that he got a better contract.
I don't think so either.
So anyway, let's wrap this up.
Yeah, we're going to wrap this one up. But I don't know. I do think that Eternals might get pushed back, or they'll just dump it on digital and call it a day, because there's like zero buzz over this movie. Like, nobody cares. And now that people have seen, hey, Spider-Man's coming, and it's going to be like a Spider-Man Endgame with all the Spider-Man. They should just call it Spider-Man.
That's sexist.
It's raining Spider-Man. All right, guys, we're going to wrap this one up. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, and we'll talk later.
Bye.